Hi, everyone. If you are just joining and you'd like to follow along on Spotify, there's a link below, or you can search my name, and that's the name of the playlist. I'll announce that one more time before class starts in a minute. All right, it's time to get started. So just again, if you want to follow along on Spotify, link down there, or search my name, look for this playlist, Static Shake, Amanda Briotti. It's good to see you all. I'm coming at you here from Baltimore, Maryland, and we're going to get started on our feet. And if you do have the playlist up, you can go ahead and press play. If you don't have the playlist up, don't worry about it. You can imagine that there is music in your head. And then you're going to start to march in place, creating a beat with your feet, maybe along to the beat of the song. Just waking up the soles of your feet. Feel how it moves from the ball of the heel and the heel of the ball of each foot. And then start to walk backwards toward the back of your mat. And forwards to the front. And back to the back. And forward to the front. And then once you get to the front, start to jump. You can add your arms up, out, down, out, up, out, down, out. And keep doing that. Do whatever you want with your arms. No rules. Nobody's watching. I'm the only one being watched. Unless you're live streaming this live stream, and then I can watch it later. Okay. Come back to stillness and start to march. Good. And if you have some room, march off your mat. And turn around and all the way back on it and off. And turn around all the way back on it. And turn around all the way back on it. And come back to your mat. Press pause on your feet. Reach your arms up. And then dive it forward. Walk your hands forward, your feet back into plank pose. And then we'll march with just our feet. Right foot out, right foot in. Left foot out, left foot in. Out, in, out, in. So the beat, if you've got one, create a beat in your head. If you don't, right center, left center, right center, left center for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Now march with your hands. Palm it back to your feet. And then palm it forward into plank. And palm it back to your feet. And palm it back to the plank. One more. Palm it back to your feet. And palm it back to plank. Good. Hold your plank. Now both feet out. Both feet in. Out, in, out, in. Strong arms. Get bouncy. Get buoyant. For 4, 3, 2, 1 to your plank. And then walk your feet all the way up to your hands. And then march your feet all the way back to plank. And then march your feet all the way up to your hands. And march them all the way back to plank. One more. Up to your hands. Back to plank. And then up to your hands. Land in your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Once more, lengthen. And fold. And then big breath, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. And feel all that energy just awakened inside of you. Feel your feet. Take a few moments and rock around on the soles of your feet. Feel all that energy you woke up down there, connecting yourself to the planet. And discover all of your bony landmarks down there, the big toe ball mounds, the pinky toe mounds, the inner and outer heel, and the center of your heel and all of your toes. And can you find all of them at the same time? Really fire up your legs, lift them up toward your belly. And then reach your arms all the way up overhead. And grab opposite elbows. And hold onto your elbows and give yourself a lift. You're lifting yourself up. And with your eyes closed in this variation of mountain pose, Tadasana, can you imagine that there are no walls around you? And put yourself on the top of a mountain in your mind. And then on top of that mountain, you can root down through the center, all the way into the core of the earth. And from that hot lava core, draw that fire up through the soles of your feet, through your pelvic floor, the center of your pelvic bowl, all the way up into your belly. And then exhale, send it right back down into the center of the earth. And again, breathe it all the way up through the soles of the feet, through your pelvic floor, into your belly, lift it up. And then exhale, send it back down into the center of the earth. And once more like that, root down as you draw that energy up the feet into your belly. And then exhale, send it back through. And then reach your arms back up. Switch so your other elbow is in front. And we'll draw the breath all the way up from the fire in your pelvic bowl into the fire of your heart and into the fire of your imagination. So as you breathe in, feel the fire from the center of the earth draw up your feet, your legs, your belly, your heart, through the crown of your head. And then exhale, drop it all the way back down through the soles of your feet into the earth. Twice more like that. Draw it all the way up. And then exhale, send it all the way down. Once more. And then blink your eyes open, reach your arms up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Arms by your sides. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, fold in half. And inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, plant your hands. Step it back to plank pose. And then in your plank pose, stack your shoulders over your wrists and feel your palms just like you felt your feet. Rock around a little bit on the palm and feel and find all of those bony landmarks. The pointer finger mound, the pinky finger mound, the inner and outer heel of your hand, all your fingertips, the center of your heel, and even the center of your palm. And then can you feel them all? Fire up through your legs, scoop your belly, as if you could still draw energy through the soles of your feet, out the crown of your head. And then exhale, lower all the way to your belly. And bring your arms alongside you, palms face down. And tuck your toes, slide your legs back a little longer, and then untuck your toes and put your toenails on the ground. And then press all of your toenails down and lift your chest and head. And then come onto your fingertips. Root down into your fingertips. A little bend in your elbows as you hug them in. And widen more across your collarbones. And stay lifted up here. Can you lengthen all the sides of your neck so you're not crunching through the back of your neck, but but really distributing the back bend, especially into your thoracic spine. One more breath here. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Press yourself back to a child's pose. Feel free to keep your knees together or widen your knees. And then really walk your hands forward so your arms are so long. You might even feel a stretch across your upper back or the sides of your shoulders and armpits. Really reach through your fingers. And then roll up your spine. We're going to take a seat. So if you have blocks available, you can sit on a block or two. If you don't, you can sit on some pillows. You can sit on the edge of your bed or in a chair. You're going to find 2 rounds of breath work. So really feel that you can sit up tall. If you feel like you're falling backwards, sit on something, a chair, a bed, a block, whatever you've got, a couch, your coffee table. And then you're going to bring your hands out in front of you. Bend or really fold your thumbs in so they touch the pinky mound of your palm, and then wrap your fingers around that. And then you're going to bring your fists almost together into a fist bump, and your elbows are going to stay as high as your shoulders the whole time. And then as you inhale, pull your elbows wide and open up your chest. You can lift your chin. And then as you exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, curl your tail under. And then inhale, crack it open, but keep your elbows wide. And then exhale, round it in. And then we'll start to speed it up. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep it going. And as you do this, in and out, feel that you can really crack your shell open, your back open every time you breathe in and pull your elbows wide. You're like sloughing off the shell behind you, your past. And then every time you breathe in, you're opening yourself up to the potential that is in front of you. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it out. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. And then inhale all the way up. Hold the breath. Pull your elbows wide. Take an extra sniff, an extra sip. Bottle it up. And then let it go. Release your hands to your lap. Full breath in. Full breath out. And twice more. Easy breath. Let whatever just happened there settle. Manipulating the breath is like creating chemical reactions inside of you, changing the biochemistry of your body, your blood, your brain. We pause to feel if anything happens. And then blink your eyes open again. This time you're going to make fists, and you can wrap your thumbs around your fingers instead of under. And your fists are going to bounce between the bottom of your ribs and the top of your hips. And you're just going to start to bounce, 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 so that you even start to bounce on whatever you're sitting on. And once you get the hang of it, you can close your eyes and let this be a way for you to get out some of that excess energy. And so we'll add the breath, emphasis on the out. Out, 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 out. Sync it up with your bouncing. Out, 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 out. Keep bouncing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath all the way up, arms up. Hook your thumbs, hold your breath. Take an extra sip, bottle it up. And then pop your cork, let it go. Release your hands back to your lap. and let it settle. Feel the product of that reaction. And then blink your eyes open. Interlock your fingers and reach your palms all the way up overhead. And then you're going to keep your head in the frame of your arms, really in this chimney of your arms, and start to make circles on the ceiling with your palms. So your ribs will start to move around. Your shoulders will slide around on your ribs. And then switch the direction. Good. And then keep your hands up there. I'm just going to turn around to show you. We're going to floss the shoulders a little bit behind your back. So you're going to keep your hands like this, but bring them into a circle behind your neck and over to the other side. To the left behind your neck and over to the other side. And just slide those circles a few times behind your neck. And then switch. Good, we come back to center, reach your arms all the way up, and then release your hands to the ground. All right, you can move off of your blocks. Come into tabletop. And then in your tabletop, find the whole top of your foot. Root down through all of your toenails. Inhale, round your back like a cat and feel your whole palm, especially the pinky edge, root down. And then exhale, find your back bend, root through the whole palm, especially the inner edge. And inhale, round your back, breathe up into the dome of your back. And then exhale, reach forward, widen your collarbone, spin your elbow crease forward. And then keep that going a few more times. Just really feeling the flexion and extension of your spine. Maybe you notice the place that's really mobile and the place you have to really fight for. And can you get out of where you're mobile so you can go in to where you're not? Create a boundary for yourself to go somewhere new. And once more. And then tuck your toes under. Actually scoot your knees together and tuck your toes under. And you're going to sit back on your heels for a foot stretch, soles of your feet, fascia. This is too much. You can put a pillow, a bunch of pillows, or a block between you and your heels, like so. And then we'll stay here, but distract ourselves with our arms. So on your inhale, reach your arms all the way up overhead. As you exhale, wrap your right arm around your left into eagle or into this hug. And then whatever you've got, the eagle or the hug, lift your elbows up. So they're the highest point. Touch your chin to your arm. And then inhale, swoop your arms down, around, and up like wings. And then exhale your left arm under your right. Wrap it up or give yourself a hug. Lift your elbows up. Connect your chin to your arm. And then inhale, sweep it down, around, and up. Exhale, right arm under your left. Inhale, lift it up. Full exhale. Inhale, down, around, and up. Exhale, left arm under your right. Inhale, reach it up. And stay for your exhale. And once more, down, around, and up. Right arm under your left. Lift your elbows, full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, left arm under your right. Inhale, reach it up. Full exhale. Inhale, rise up. And then plant your hands, untuck your toes, and smack it out. If your neighbor, your partner, your child wonder what the heck is going on in there, and come to You're going to tuck your toes and hover your knees. And then from this place, stretch your seat up and back. Keep your knees bent. And then lower your knees back to the hover. And then reach your seat back. Lower your knees to the hover. And then reach your seat back. And then keep that going. And start to add your breath. Inhale forward, exhale back. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees back to the ground. Slide your left leg behind you. Tuck your toes and just take a few pumps forward and back. Stretch out the calf a little bit. Feel the sensations in the back of your leg. And then come to stillness. You're going to take your right foot and spin it over toward the left, so it's at a diagonal. And then slide your left knee behind your right so you're crisscross. And then you can come onto your fingertips, look forward, and you're going to start to stir your hips in a circle, a clockwise circle, with your right leg in front. You can imagine that you are sitting where the wall behind you really has a clock on it, and you are just spinning around that clock. Your pubic bone is at 12, your tailbone is at 6, your right sit bone at 3, and your left sit bone at 9. And can you hit all 4 of those points and then circle around that square so you don't miss an hour, you don't miss a minute, you don't miss a second. You're present with every moment. Come to stillness. You can come back onto your palms or stay on your fingertips. You're going to take your left leg, your back leg, and sweep it over to the left. And then you'll make big circles with your hips. You can switch directions. And come back to center. Bring your left knee back to your right knee. This time, slide your legs back into plank pose. And then from here, we'll move the same as we did before. So you're going to put a bend in your knees, stick your booty up, and then reach back to down dog. And then inhale forward to plank, bend your knees, booty up, down dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, forward, back, forward, back. You can go as fast or as slow as you like. So you're the mediator of your experience, of your speed. You know that the speed is going to cause a different reaction in your chemistry. In, out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to tabletop. Slide your right leg back. Tuck your toes. Fire up your leg and a few pumps forward and back. And then come to stillness. Take your left foot over to the right, and then your right knee behind your left as you're crisscross, and your feet are wide. And again, you can come onto your fingertips or stay on your palms. Look forward, and then start those circles in the counterclockwise direction. So now you could still sit on that clock, but now you're playing back into your memories. Again, find 12, 6, 3, and 9 with your hips, and then circle around it so you remember everything. Don't miss a minute, a second, an hour, a moment. What part might you be avoiding? It's a metaphor. It is all important. It all got you here. And then come to stillness. Plant your hands again, or stay on your fingertips. And take this right foot all the way over to the right. You can come back with your left shin straight behind you. And then make those circles in your hip. Your right knee will bend as you move around in your hips. And switch the direction. And come back to center. Let your hands bring your right shin next to your left shin. Press it back to a plank pose. And from your plank pose, bend your knees, press it back to down dog. And really reach up to your seat. Bend your knees forward as you reach up to your seat. Bend your knees forward as you reach down through your heels. Not too much. You still want to have a little buoyancy. And then lengthen your neck, the crown of your head toward your thumbs. So you distribute the back bend all the way from the tip of your tailbone through the crown of your head. And one more breath here. And look to your hands, and you can slowly step your feet forward. How close can you get your feet to your hands? Use your low belly. And when you get there, find your dog. Grab opposite elbows or interlace your hands around your neck. That might feel really nice. The neck and jaw love to hold our tension. They love to hold our stress. So maybe you can give them a little loving kindness with your hands. And then release your hands to the ground. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, so you should have lots of room around you if you're keeping a 6-foot distance from everybody. You're going to start to swing your arms back and forth. And you can bend your elbows every time you twist, so you start to hit yourself a little bit. Starting to stimulate lymph. You can hit your low back, your kidneys, your adrenals. You can hit the upper back, the back of your lungs. And let your head go with you. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Maybe you sway from side to side a little bit, or you let the legs be still and the torso do most of the spinning. And then slowly start to slow it down, but let it keep happening. Just slow it down. The propeller slowing down all the way to stillness. All right, and you're going to bring your feet hips width distance apart. And sit down into a little huddle. Turn your hands inside, or your fingers really in, so your wrists are out. We're going to find 3 rounds of Uddiyana Kriya. So I'll show you once, and then I'll talk you through it. It's going to be a full breath in, a breath out through your mouth. You're going to hold the breath out, scoop your belly, and hold it out for as long as possible, and then breathe in and let your neck go and let your belly go. So it looks like this. Take a full breath in, out through your mouth. Let's do it together. Full breath in. Big sigh out through your mouth. Hold your breath out. Scoop your belly. Tuck your tail, tuck your chin. Hold your breath out and feel that suction of your belly. Push into your hands, arms straight like metal. And when you need to breathe, soften your belly, soften your chin, the bottom of your neck, and breathe in. Jalandhara Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha. All right, again, big breath in. Out through your mouth. Hold the breath out, scoop. Feel like there's a hook underneath your rib cage. Breathe in when you need. And once more, full breath in. Let it out. Hold it out and scoop it in. Breathe when you need. All right, so we're going to stay in this shape. Find that action of your low belly, some support in your low belly. You're going to let go of the arms. So you'll use the low belly instead of dumping into it. Keep holding it in and out to protect your low back. Let your arms dangle. Call this the Michael Phelps. And reach your arms wide and then slap your back. Wake up the back of your lungs. Open up the front of your chest. Your collarbones, the windows to your heart. Your armpits, the windows to your lungs. And keep it going for 4. And then let your arms just dangle there. And you slowly start to dangle your whole torso back into a fold. Feel the energy in your arms, your hands, maybe in the back of your heart and lungs, front of your chest and armpits. And then lengthen your spine, reach your heart forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank pose. And from your plank pose, take a full breath in. Lift your low belly in and up as you exhale. And then lower all the way down to the ground. And untuck your toes. Keep your hands here this time and pull yourself forward. And hug your elbows back like you were tiger clawing the ground. Pull yourself forward. And then lengthen all sides of your neck. So the back bend really gets into the upper back. Out of the low back, out of the neck. They're already naturally curved. And then lower all the way down. Your choice, tuck your toes, press to plank, or to tabletop, and back to down dog. And in your down dog, find the same back bend. Up and out through your tail. Tailbone, sit bones up to the ceiling. And then collarbones wide, crown of your head to your thumbs. Lengthen all parts of your neck. And then look to your hands and step or float your feet up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And inhale, arms to the sky. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms up. Take a big breath in, reach up and over to the right. And then back to center. Up and over to the left. And back to center. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, plank pose. And from your plank pose, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Find your back bend. Squeeze your elbows back. So this is the same back bend as downward facing dog and upward facing dog. So can you keep it the whole time? Start to pull yourself through with your arms. Keep your back bend like a wave. To cobra, to upward facing, and then keep your back bend. Bend your knees back to downward facing. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. And twice more. Keep lengthening your head away from your sit bones up to the ceiling, away from the crown of your head. And look forward and step or float it up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And interlock your hands, reach them up. Take a big breath, up and over to the left. Get back to center. Up and over to the right. Back to center. Inhale, up, up, up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, lengthen. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Again, knees, chest, and chin. Find your whole back bend. Squeeze your elbows back. And then pull yourself through like a wave. Cobra to upward facing, back to downward facing. Full breaths in and out. Feel the capacity of your lungs stretching, expanding out in all directions every inhale. And concentrating back in from all directions every exhale. And look forward, step or float it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Reach your arms up. Grab your elbows, reach up through your elbows, over to the right. Back to center, up and over to the left. Good, back to center, up and back. Crack open your upper back. And then fold in half, let it go. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank. Full breath in, feel your strength. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Find your whole back bend. Wave it through, cobra to upward facing. Back to downward facing. Find your back bend. Bend your knees as much as you need. But feel it from the sit bones to the crown of your head. And feel your inhales like a vibration of radiance, radiating out. And your exhales a vibration of concentration, drawing to your center, becoming centered. And then look forward. Step or float it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. And again, arms to the sky. Grab your opposite elbows. Reach up through those elbows and over to the left. Up through the elbows and over to the right. Up through the elbows into a little back bend. And then exhale, dive it forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands to your plank pose. And from your plank pose, knees, chest, chin, find your back bend. And then fight for that back bend the whole time. Wave it through to upward facing and back to down dog. Deep breaths in and out. Drop into the experience of your breathing. And then look forward, step or float it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, so for this one, you can repeat the interlock with your arms up, or you can grab opposite elbows, arms up. Either way, whatever you're holding, use it to lift you, and we'll find the same movement. You're gonna move from your belly button up and keep your belly button low, below, sturdy. So you can find that Uddiyana Bandha, that lift through your low belly, so your legs stay really still, your belly stays really still, and you're gonna reach your elbows to the left, from your belly button up, round forward from your belly button up, over to the right, and then open it into a back bend, and then over to the left, round, over to the right, open it to a back bend. Good, one more, left, round, right, into a back bend, lift up, reach your arms up, pull your elbows wide like a cactus all the way to your waist, and then interlock your hands behind you or grab a strap or a towel, and then lift your chest up, open up across your chest, and then exhale, fold over your legs. Bend your knees, relax your head, feel as though your head is a bowling ball on a string. And then release your hands all the way to the ground. Inhale to lengthen, and then plant your hands and step your left foot back. So you have a long lunge. And find your measure here, 90 degrees in your right knee, left foot really high on the ball of your foot so your left thigh stays buoyant. And then walk your hands to 10 and 2. So they're so wide, you could almost float them. And feel your right knee plugged into your armpit. And then look forward, almost like you were finding cow pose through your whole spine. Float your fingers, feel your legs holding your ground, your feet adjusting micro movements every second. Sweep your arms back, lift your chest, rise up into a high lunge, arms to the sky. And then really stay high on the ball of your back foot, pulling it through the left thigh, pulling it through the left lung. One more breath. And then plant your left hand on the ground, reach your right arm up for a twist. And keep this left hip lifted. Don't let it sag down. Stay strong in the whole left leg from the ball of the foot through the stem of the leg. And then plant your hands on the ground. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. And then we'll find side plank on the right hand. Reach your left arm up. Maybe reach your left arm over your head. And then from here, we'll take a tiny wild thing. So take your left foot, your top foot, and just step it behind your thigh and press into it to lift up a little bit, to open up your heart a little bit. And then come back to a plank pose. Knees, chest, and chin to the mat. And pull it through into your back bend. And then exhale back to a dog. 3 breaths here. Bend your knees, get off your back, get out of your shoulders, into your legs, your feet and your legs that hold you and take you everywhere. Let them hold you. And then same leg, reach your right leg up to the sky. And then exhale your knee to your nose. And step your right foot forward. And walk your hands forward and lift your left leg up. It's like a hybrid between standing split and warrior 3. Bend your right knee almost like a chair pose and look forward with your heart, your collarbones, and your eyes. And then put your left foot down to meet your right foot. Separate your feet hips width distance apart. And take the yoga toe grip, Padangusthasana around your big toes. Peace fingers and thumb. Make a little talon around your toes. And then look forward, bend your knees to make contact, chest, ribs to thighs. And then fold over yourself. And then keep pulling on your big toes as you press down through your big toes. Keep your feet where they are, but widen the outer heels isometrically so you feel the sides of your butt turn on and spread. And let your head be heavy. Breathe into your upper back, the dome of your back, the back of your lungs. Once more. And then release your toe grip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And inhale, arms to the sky. And again, your choice, the interlock with your palms up, or grab your elbows with the opposite one on top. And then this time we'll move to the right first. So get strong through your belly. Little bend in your knees will help you slurp in from the front and the back. And then we'll reach over to the right from your belly button up. Round forward just to your ribs. Over to the left. And then into a back bend. To the right, forward, left, and back bend. One more. And then lift up through your arms, cactus and wide, pull your elbows all the way to the ribs, and again, interlock your hands behind you or grab that strap or towel. And lift up through your chest, hug your elbows back, and exhale, fold over yourself. Then reach your fist up, Your shoulders up, away from your ears. Your head and neck be heavy. And then release your hands all the way to the ground. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands and step your right foot back to meet your left foot. Long lunge, 90 degrees in the left knee, high on the ball of your back foot, so you're buoyant. And then widen your hands, put your knee in your armpits, you stimulate the lymph. Stretch them wide, look forward through your heart. Reach up your right thigh, back through your left hip crease. Float your fingers, reach them behind you. And from your chest, your heart, rise up. Heart leading the way. Reach your arms up. Good. Stay high on your back foot. High on your right thigh, high through your right lung. Say hi to your breath. Do one more breath here. And then plant your right hand, reach your left arm up. You keep reaching your right hip up, right thigh up. Left fingers, collarbone, shoulder blade up. And feel where the breath goes with every shape you take. And then plant your hands. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot. And then we'll find side plank on your left side. Reach your right arm up. Maybe reach it over your ear. And then maybe the right foot steps right behind your left knee and give it a press to open up the hips a bit. Just a baby wild thing. Good, and then come back to your plank pose. Take a full breath in. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Widen across your collarbones. Pull yourself through into a back bend. And then exhale back to downward facing. Again, feel your breath. Find it. Settle into it. And reach your left leg up. Step your left foot forward. Walk your hands forward with your right leg. And spiral the right inner thigh up to the sky so your hips stay more level, more neutral. And then bend your left knee to take a back bend to your spine. Again, almost like a cow pose. Cow tilt through your pelvis, your collarbones. And plant your right foot next to your left foot, as wide as your hips, 2 fists between your arches. And then this time you can slide your hands under your feet for Padahastasana. And then same thing, bend your knees a lot. Really reach forward through your chest. And then exhale, fold over your legs. And then you can begin to push the foot, especially the balls of your feet down, as you slide your sit bones up to the ceiling. You can imagine the skin on the back of your thigh was lifting up to the ceiling. And release your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, so we're going to take a few rounds of breath of joy. It's one of my favorite pranayama practices. So what it looks like, it's 3 sniffs, 3 inhales through the nose, and then a big exhale through your mouth. And we'll move the arms, so it'll be sniff, 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 out, throw it away, and then back up. And if that's too much, you can throw it away in your chair pose. You can imagine each time you're throwing it away, you're getting rid of that garbage, that excess that you don't need right now, that anxiety, that stress, that tension. Just gather it up and throw it away. All right? Take a full breath in. Full breath out. And then begin. In, Arms up, out, up and away. Arms up, out, up and away. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Three more. Last one. Land in your fold. Feel what you've done, what you've made, what you've created. And lengthen your spine, hands to your shins. Plant your hands and step your left foot back into a lunge. And then this time, spin your left heel toward the ground so your legs are like warrior one. But your hands are still on the ground. Make sure you're on train tracks. Right foot has a right lane and the left foot has a left lane. You're going to keep your right knee bent, stacked over your ankle, and walk your hands over to the left. So if you were looking from the front, your right knee is aiming straight toward 12 o'clock, but your hands are over at 10 o'clock. And relax your head in between your arms for down dog lunge. And then walk your hands back to your foot. Sweep your right leg up and back behind you into three-legged dog. Stack your hip and bend your knee. And then from here, you can shift toward plank slightly as you turn yourself open into wild thing, or keep your legs back and just breathe into the top of your right thigh. If you're in wild thing, your ball of your right foot's on the ground, pinky edge of your left foot's on the ground. Press into those as you lift up. And then we'll come back to three-legged dog. Reach your right leg up to the sky. And then lunge your right foot forward. And lower your left knee to the ground and untuck your toes. And look forward, take a breath in. And then exhale, shift your hips back toward half split. Keep the contact of your torso with your thigh. And then inhale, rock it forward. And exhale, rock it back. And then once more, forward. And back. And then bend your right knee. Again, 90 degrees in your right knee. Rise up, Vinyasa. Feel free to grab your elbows again over your head, or maybe interlock your hands behind your head, squeeze your elbows up. And then from your hips, hug them in and up, so you give yourself a lift rather than sink into your depths. Lift yourself up. We can all use that. We have tools to help ourselves. Lift your navel in and up, Uddiyana Bandha. Lift your heart up to the ceiling. One more breath. Then release your hands to the ground. Walk your hands forward, tuck your left toes, lift your left leg up. Okay, so again, find the back bend. Reach back to your right outer hip crease. And then maybe you keep looking forward, but grab the back of your ankle with one or both hands. Pull your heart through. Bend your right knee more to get a deeper back bend. And then plant your hands and step your left foot down to your foot. Inhale, chair pose. And then rise to stand. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen. And plant your hands, step your right foot back. And same thing, down dog lunge. Send your right heel to the ground. Widen your stance here on train tracks. Keep your left knee stacked over your ankle, and you move your torso over to the right. Reach long through both sides of your waist. Relax your head into your inside of your arms, and you keep hugging your left hip crease back as you root through the left big toe mound. And then walk your hands back inside your left foot, lift the heel, right heel, and then sweep your left leg up and back with three-legged dog. And again, you can stay like this, opening up through the left thigh, lift your right armpit, or shift forward slightly as you turn onto the pinky edge of your right foot, the ball of your left foot, and root into both of those as you open up your chest. Try to spiral your right ribs to the ceiling. And then back to three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, and step your left foot forward. And lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. And inhale, look forward. And exhale, shift it back for a half split. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And once more, trying to keep the contact. Knee in your armpit, thigh on your chest. Low belly on your upper thigh. And then come forward. Find all of your right toenails, all the bony landmarks of your left foot, and rise up, Anjaneyasana. Again, do what you like with your hands. Handle yourself however you know how. However you can lift yourself out of your hips. Root into the whole sole of your left foot, all of your right toenails. Put your hips in and up, belly in and up, heart up, up, up. And breathe your breath wide through the walls. And release your hands to the ground. Tuck your right toes. Walk your hands forward into that version of warrior three with your hands on the ground. And then really bend your left knee so you can draw your left hip crease back. And then maybe you stay there or grab your ankle with one or both arms, hands, and then pull yourself through. Straight arms like metal. And then put your hands down. Step your right foot next to your left foot, fold in half. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Sit down in the chair. From your chair, stand up. And fold in half. Inhale to lengthen. And plant your hands, step your right or left foot back, your left foot. And we'll come into a lizard pose with the back leg lifted. You're going to toe heel your right foot over to the right, so it's almost to the edge of your mat so that your hands can be in a plank pose. Stay high on the ball of your left foot. Look forward, and then flick your tail up like you were finding cow pose. And feel what that does to your right hamstring, your right thigh, your right hip. Lower your left knee to the ground. And toe heel your right foot back again a step. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Reach your left arm up. And then hook your left arm over your right thigh. As close to the knee and as close to the armpit as you can. And then you can make prayer hands. You can split your arms. And then either flick your tail back up here and stay. Or flick your tail up and then lift your thigh up. So you have a happy puppy tail, a long spine to twist around. Maybe you look up to your top hand. Draw your right hip crease back. Flick your tail up. A lot of steering in your hips. And release your hands to the ground. Spin your left heel back to the ground and rise up, warrior two. And just passing through. Inhale, revolve your warrior. Reach it up and back. Exhale, hands to the ground. Sweep your right leg up and back. Stack your hip, bend your knee. Stay here or flip it over again. And if you're flipping it over, maybe this time you take your right arm all the way behind your back, palm facing the ground, and open up your right collarbone. One more breath. And release your hands to the ground. Reach your right leg back up to the sky. And step your right foot forward. Standing split, reach your left leg up to the sky. Keep spiraling your left thigh in and up. Right hip crease up and back. And then put your left foot down, knee your right foot, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen. And then step your right foot back. In lizard pose, toe heel your left foot over. Plant your hands like they're in plank pose. Pillars under your shoulders. And then fire up your back leg. Get buoyant through your right thigh. Find a cow pose, so your whole spine. Open up this left thigh. You are opening up a window from the center of the thigh in two directions, toward your knee and toward your hip. Breathe into your lung, breathe into your lunge, your thigh. And then lower your right knee to the ground. Bring your left hand to your left thigh, sweep your right arm up, and then you'll hook it all the way across, toward the knee, toward the armpit as best you can. Then you can make your prayer hands and split your arms. And then first, flick your tail. Helps to steer your spine and your hips back to neutral, straight forward. And then with that flick, maybe you straighten the back leg. Don't lose the integrity in your spine. Maybe you look up. Use your left leg to help you twist. Press it out into your right arm as you press the right arm back into it to open up across the chest, the heart, the lungs. And then release your hands to the ground. Plant your right heel on the ground, just passing through. Rise up, warrior two. Inhale, revolve. Exhale, hands to the ground. Sweep your left leg up and back. And stack your hip, bend your knee. And then maybe you flip it over into your wild thing again. Staying like this, arm overhead, or sweeping the arm behind your back, palm down, open up across the left collarbone, spin the right armpit up to the ceiling. And reach your left arm back up. Left leg back up to three-legged dog. And then step your left foot up to meet your right foot. Reach your right leg up to the sky, standing split. You keep spiraling your right inner thigh up, your left outer hip up and back. And then put your right foot down to meet your left foot. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And all the weight in your right foot. And take dancer pose, Natarajasana. Balancing on your right foot. Bend your left knee back. And hold on to the inner foot with your thumb facing up, or inner ankle. So your thumb can actually connect to your center of your arch. You bring your right hand to your heart. Start to kick first. Use the power of your leg to open up your lung. And when you can't kick anymore, maybe you start to tip at the right hip crease. And then maybe you keep the hand here, breathing into your hand, your lungs into your hand, or stretch your arm up or forward. Come back to stand, hug your left knee into your belly. Back to standing split. Left leg to the sky, hands to the ground. And then a big step back with your left foot. Lower your left knee back to the ground. Okay, so this time you're going to take your right toes on a walk to the right. So you're back in this lizard but lower. And then you're going to turn on the heel, your right toes out to 2 o'clock. And again, your knee is going to stay right over your ankle. Don't roll to the pinky edge. Stay rooted through the whole foot. And you're going to walk your hands over to the left. And so you can stay like this. Maybe you reach your right arm over your ear, so you're in a side bend, and you start to twist your left ribs up. You want to go further, bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand and grab your left heel or your left foot, and then keep your right arm straight and kick your leg back to open up the chest. Aim your head towards your toes. Become a sphere. Become buoyant and bouncy like a sphere. So you practice and exercise your resilience, your immunity, your ability to bounce back. And reach your right arm back up. Nice and easy. Turn your right toes forward. And then we'll shift back into half split again. Ardha Hanumanasana. And if you feel like you want to go further, please do. You can use any props that you have around, even if they're couch cushions or pillows, and start to slide your left leg back and right leg forward, but keep spiraling your hips, your inner legs toward one another as you reach your feet away from one another, so that you have some integrity through your hips and your SI joints. We'll slide it back into half split if you have extended. And we're going to sit back toward your left foot. So you're actually going to sit inside of your left foot, with the top of your foot on the ground. But you can do that on a block, on a bunch of pillows, whatever you need. And then plant your right foot on the ground. So we'll all start here, whether you're sitting on the block or on the ground. And bring your hands behind you. You can either face your fingertips toward your bum or turn your fingertips away. Just a different stretch through the chest, arms, and wrists. We'll do it twice, so maybe you can change it each time. And then first, press into your hands, pop open your lungs. And you can stay just like this. If you want to go further, root down through the left toenails and the right foot and lift your hips up. And then you're welcome to stay here. If you're not sitting on a block, if you're sitting on the ground, you can lower your hips, maybe lower under your forearms, maybe come all the way onto your back. And then keep rooting down through the whole right foot, the right big toe mound, and you can hold onto your left heel with your left hand and root it forward away from you. Take 3 more breaths there. Lift yourself back up. Walk them to your hands. You're going to walk forward onto your right foot and reach your left leg back up. And then plant your left foot down next to your right foot. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Big breath, press all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then this time we'll balance on your left foot. Bend your right knee behind you. Hold on to the inner foot with your hand so your thumb can press into the center of your arch. Left hand to your heart. Hug your legs toward one another. Kick back first to open up that right lung forward. Pop it open. And then you can stay here. Maybe you tip at the left hip crease. Maybe you keep the hand at your heart or extend it up or forward. Find a drishti, a place to focus your eyes. Kick, kick, kick. Open up. And then come back, hug your right knee into your belly. Give it a little squeeze. And standing split, hands to the ground. Right leg up, up, up to the sky. And then big step back with your right foot. Lower your right knee to the ground. And then bring your hands inside of your foot. Toe of your left foot over to the left. And then spin on the left heel so your toes face 10 o'clock. And then you'll walk your hands over to 2 o'clock. And you can stay just like this, creating space from your hip joint through the thigh and through the torso. Or you can turn your torso, reach your left arm over your ear and look up. And if you're going further, you can bend the right knee, grab your heel or your foot, keep your left arm straight and kick back. Open up through the front. Imagine each inhale is like a breath of fresh air from an open window. And each exhale helps to remove that stagnancy from within you. That stuff you no longer need. Each exhale. And then release your hands. Turn your left toes back forward. Shift back into half split, or maybe into full split, or a variation in between full and half. So you're in a journey, you're in a process always. It's where all of our learning occurs, it's where all of our wisdom comes from. It doesn't come from the end product, the achievement. It comes from what we learn along the way. The chemical reaction of your existence. So however far you've extended yourself, pull yourself back together. And then we'll sit down inside of your right foot, maybe on the block, maybe on the ground, maybe on all those cushions or pillows. And then plant your left foot. And then if you did one way and you want to try the other, fingers forward or backward, or if you like one, you can repeat. Plant your hands behind you, and first, push in your palms and pop open your lungs. And you can stay like this, or root down through the right shin and toenails, the sole of the left foot, open it up. And you can stay like that, or if you don't have a block, you can sit all the way down, lay all the way down on your back. And then you'll root down into the big toe mound and the whole sole of your left foot as you push forward with your right hand into your right heel. So you might feel this slight internal rotation in your upper thigh bones, and that's kind of what we're looking for, to broaden across your back instead of crunch across your low back. All right, come on back up. You're gonna walk it forward one more time, onto the left foot. Lift your right leg all the way up. And then put your right foot down, widen your feet all the way for yogi squat and sit down. You can turn your toes out as much as you need, widen your feet as needed. And then to find your back bend in your upper back, flick your tail behind you. Reach your chest through your arms. From here, sit all the way down and find this pose on your back, happy baby pose. Hold on to your feet and find an equal push up through your feet as you pull down with your hands. And hug your knees in. You're going to find 2 reclined poses on each side. The first is a spinal twist. In this twist, feel free to keep both knees stacked as you drop into the left. You can wrap your right leg over your left leg and drop your knees to the left. Or you can hug your right knee in, extend your left leg forward, and then pull just your right knee to the left. And we'll take about 5 breaths here, counting the breath and holding the breath, feeling that the breath can help us find some release. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. 3, 2, 1. Once more. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 4. And then empty for 4. And then breathe normal. Let go of the count. So beautiful how you can put a boundary around your breath, and then when you remove it, it becomes more free. Right, so from here, if you have eagle legs or your knees stacked, you're going to unwrap your legs and then slide just your left leg back, so only your right leg is in the twist. And then reach your left arm up over your ear. And you're going to roll all the way onto your left side, all the way onto your belly, so your right knee is at a 90-degree angle out to the side. If you have pillows or blocks, you can put that under your shin to deepen this half frog pose. And then just put your hands under your forehead and maybe under one cheek and take a few breaths here. And then from here, you can reach your left arm back over your head, roll all the way back onto your back, hug both knees into your belly. And then open your arms to that T. We'll find the twist to the other side, so you can cross your left leg over your right, stack your knees, and drop your knees to the right, or hold onto your left knee, extend your right leg forward, and then drag your left leg over to the right. And again, we'll find and create that little stable for our breath, that boundary for our breath. When you're ready, we'll take a breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold full for 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale. 3, 2, 1. Stay empty. 3, 2, One. Last one on your own. 4 counts, 4 parts. And then let go of your counts and let the breath come. Let the breath be free. If you have your legs crossed or your knees stacked, uncross, reach your right leg straight out ahead, so only your left leg is in the twist. Reach your right arm over your head, and then roll all the way on your right side, all the way under your belly. So now your left knee is at 90. Maybe you bring pillows or blocks under your left knee or shin, and relax your head. Take a few breaths here. Reach your right arm back over your head. Roll all the way back under your back. Hug both knees in. Feel free to take full happy baby pose. Take both feet, bend your knees one more time. And then as you're ready, extend yourself into Shavasana. Once you've settled yourself in, maybe you're laying on the ground, maybe you're laying in your bed, maybe you have your legs bent over the couch or up your wall. Some ideas for relaxation and softening. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And do that twice more, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Once more. Let go of conscious control of your breath. Let it move in and out naturally with freedom, freedom to roam around you. With your eyes closed, you can imagine that you are anywhere. Somewhere peaceful that you can feel supported and at ease. You can feel heavy and light at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream, and I want to thank you all for sharing your space and time with me. Please feel free to stay in Shavasana or in your resting postures for as long as you like. Thank you so much. Namaste.